Our association is one of the, if not the strongest in the country. And I think we should all in North Carolina be very, very proud of what our association is able to do. But the pest control school is probably the foundation of all of it.
The first time I went to PCT school, I'd never been to a meeting such as that ever before, that had great classes, great exhibitors, places that I could see products, talk to the people who manufactured and sold these products.
I'd say the North Carolina School, is now one of the premier events in our industry that's conducted by any state association.
NC State, Department of Entomology and Department of Zoology are the ones that started the school.
North Carolina State University saw a need to have a school for training of pest control operators and get them organized. And so around 1950, he had a small group of maybe 10 people at North Carolina State University attend a school. And later that switched to the North Carolina Pest Control Association, organizing and conducting the school.
The board of directors were at a meeting in Concord, and it just dawned on me that we could control our own destiny if we took over and run the school.
Not only did it give us an income base, but it also provided us the full direction of what we wanted to be teaching and how we wanted to direct the association and how we had our technicians trained and, more importantly, followed up with information.
So the North Carolina Pest Control Association took over the school and moved it to the North Raleigh Hilton. At that time, we weren't sure we could do it, but we made a nice profit. The school ran very smoothly. We kept the Department of Entomology involved from the university. And so a lot of other things kind of worked out.
EPA put together a certified applicator program. So pesticide applicators using certain products had to be certified. And then later on, they said, well, it's not enough that you be certified, but you need to have training, you have to have continuing education.
So the instruction at the school then primarily was geared toward getting people recertified and holding the number of sessions necessary for them to get the continuing certification units.
If you were from North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, it became the place to get your continuing education.
This just kept getting bigger and bigger and became more well known. A lot more speakers were coming in that brought in a lot of really, really good information. I think that fulfilled the mission that the association had at its very beginnings, is to make sure that this kind of information reached all the companies and kind of raised the bar and helped everyone become more professional in what they knew.
The medium was growing as our industry was growing, which was a good problem. So after a few years, we were approached with the idea about potentially moving it to a location where we could get more attendees, more exhibitors, more classes. And so we made the decision to, for the first time in 20 some years, to move the PCT school to the downtown Sheraton here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
We made it a national entity, and it turned into being the second largest meeting of pest control operators in the United States. And that wasn't by fault, it was by design.
It just kept growing. I guess success breeds success.
I think the people in our industry need and want training. They want to be educated, and business owners want their employees to be well trained. And then, of course, as the Department of Agriculture, through the Structural Pest Control Committee, created the certification process, not only did we want to be trained, we had to be trained.
There was very little way for an individual in the pest control industry to accumulate the technical knowledge without some guidance. We tried to stay as current as possible with the pure basics of entomology and the insects that were being controlled.
We tried to stay pretty much close to North Carolina State University, use some of the professors there and some of the facility people there that taught most of our programs. Now we have hired people from all over the United States to come in and put that program together. And of course, it's gotten much better in the last 5 to 10 years.
That's something that we work on, the committee, the education committee, as well as the PCT school committee works on continuously, trying to find speakers who are bringing the latest technology, the latest research, and present that to our membership. Then also on top of that, we have our exhibitors, our partners, allied partners, who rent the exhibit booth space in our exhibit hall, which really brings a great visual to the school.
From an educational standpoint, there's leadership schools that we have now with the association. There's the Premier Technician program where technicians have, maybe even from a smaller company that may not have the resources, can actually participate in events and training opportunities and really get some unprecedented exposure that many other states don't have anything close to offering.
It's a one-stop shop to get all the training you need for a year, but more importantly, it's cutting edge. The reason that we have the design matrix in place is so that we as an association know what our challenges are, and we bring those challenges to the forefront with training so that we eliminate those problems.
They're the experts, and so when they're going out to a homeowner or another business to do pest management, they are the experts, and we want to ensure that they have the material and information they need, classes they need, training they need to be able to be that expert confidently.
I would also point out that unlike many other states, our governing body, the Department of Agriculture, is highly involved and very helpful at getting the message across. And I think that synergy has really, really helped.
It's one of the best schools in the United States, quite frankly. The speakers, the planning of the event, the participation in the event is just phenomenal with the things that are going on now in planning.
There is always been a lot of work going on behind the scenes, and a lot of individuals have committed a lot to of their time and their resources in planning and execution of the school.
There's a long line of people that contributed big time to the school and the success that we have today.
You're only as good as the people you're surrounded with, whether it's working with the hotel staff, working with the association management, working with your board of directors. It's truly a total team effort when it comes to putting on a successful school.
When something goes real smooth, that doesn't happen by accident. And it's really a big team effort from a lot of folks working together.
I never dreamed back when I was president that we would have over 1,000 attending a winter school. We were just lucky to have 40 or 50 to come to school back then.
At times we have been told that we were the second largest gathering of pest control people in the United States other than the National Pest Management Association convention. So the growth of the school was overwhelming. We really didn't change the formula a whole lot.
For me, PCT school, the biggest draw of the school is the great education that you get. And of course you get credits for that, but it's also the exhibit hall where you can interact and see the latest advances in technology equipment. Also, the school presents a great opportunity for our peers to come together and network, socialize.
My favorite thing about the school is there's a lot of people there that I'm getting to see one time a year, but they're all going to be there.
Some of my best friendships have come from people that I've met in the North Carolina PCT school and at that event. And even to this day, I see great products being presented, new products, new technology that I wouldn't see otherwise if I did not come to the school.
I'm just really proud of how the school's evolved and how it's done, and through the different leadership of the association. I'm very proud to have been involved with this school.
Service to humanity is the best work of life. And I think there's no other industry that you can be in that you do that better than pest control.